People, deluded, I'm back again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. And again, I big up you lot that watch my content that don't support Arsenal Football Club. But that opening statement is reserved specifically for Arsenal fans and all of you lot in the chat and watching it on the replay, my members, my moderators, my long-term supporters. If you're new here, all of you lot, man, I hope you're doing well and safe. Hope this week's been great. Definitely, as from a footballing perspective, all we do is win. Max Dowman signed a new deal, to go with Miles Lewis-Skelly and Wanyeri, and we're jumping ahead, and they're still not deep. Well, Gabriel is, but Gabriel, Saliba, we're just moving how we should have been moving since we entered this stadium. Like, again, you can't go back in time, and it is what it is. But, we all remember Ivan Gazidis talking about Bayern Munich level and the whole premise of moving to this stadium. How good would it have been if what we've seen so far and how we're moving off the back of the summer to this point, if we were just doing that from the minute we stepped into the Emirates? But that's neither here nor there. As I said, Max Dowman has signed a new contract, and obviously he's 15, so scholarship turns. By the time he turns 17, he'll get that first pro deal. As you lot know, when you're 17, you can only sign a maximum of 3 years. Hopefully, he's happy here and he's playing and whatnot. And by the time he turns 18, which is still a long time away, that's when he gets that 5-year deal. It's the same with that guy at Liverpool, man. I forgot his name, Rio Ngoma or something like that. Quality player in his own right. But yeah, man, we're doing what we need to do. And on the topic of contracts, it's nice that for once as an Arsenal fan, like, we've gone into this season or we're having this season and we're purely just focusing on football. Every minute that, in previous years that Max Dowman or Wanyeri or Gabriel Magalhaes or Miles Lewis-Skelly and this one and that one, with every game that they play or don't play, or they play well or don't play well, if we win or don't win, we've all seen that talk, they're not going to sign new deals. So shout out to Berta and everybody involved with his stuff, man. Daniel, appreciate you. Big up the Canadians, man. What have you said? Afternoon, DG. Life as an Arsenal fan is great right now. And you're right. And fuck it, we're going to win the league, man. What's the worst they can say, Arsenal fans? What's the worst they can say? Oh, why argue with an Arsenal fan yet when you can just wait? Second again, ole. They're not good. Again, that's all gravy then. The worst they can say is what they've said for the last 3 years or for the last majority of the time we've been in the Emirates. So, F it, man. You can only be as confident or as negative as what you see. Now, granted, if we were if we were struggling to win games, we should be bullish about finally getting over the line with silverware. We should be bullish about winning the Premier League. Do I think we're the favourites? No, I still maintain it's Liverpool, regardless of their blip. But Liverpool have their pros and cons. City have their pros and cons. Arsenal have their pros and cons. We've got advantages over them too. We've got disadvantages. The two disadvantages I would say is whatever you have to say about Liverpool and Manchester City, they've done it, innit? They've won the Premier League, so they have got that know-how. They've got it over the line. We haven't. Haaland seems to be dragging City over the line, or so far. Salah, football fans, and it's not just a Liverpool thing, but this is why I say, as a footballer, I do what I want because, Mo Salah, and every fan base does it. Mo Salah is getting a lot of pelters. You could argue last season was his best individual season as a player for Liverpool. And now, man, I'm saying, and I'm not saying these things are necessarily wrong. Drop him, and he's greedy, and people are onto him for not scoring in the 5-1 and not squaring the ball. But yeah, they've got Mo Salah who's dragged them. We ain't got that. One thing we do have over City and Liverpool is obviously we brought in 8 players, so it sounds a bit hypocritical, but we've got a base, we've got a way of playing. We've just added 1-2 things. Liverpool, it's extreme changes. Trent's not there. There's so many teething issues there. City are probably the weakest City have probably been under Pep Guardiola and the most gettable. So there is advantages, there is disadvantages. We should genuinely believe that we could do a thing. Of course, it's October. Of course, it's early doors. Of course, fans are emotional. You saw the emotions during pre-season. Arsenal fans were definitely emotional when we drew and lost to Liverpool and City. And then we just have to keep it moving, really and truly, man. Man said Mo Salami is beyond washed. What a slander name, man. What's Jesus saying? Is he back? We're going to get into all of that, man. Smash the like button. Week is 3 points behind. It's too early in the season for getting excited. Like, again, a lot of fans have seen their team win stuff. The table is going to fluctuate. Again, no one can stop Liverpool ambition. They brought in Isaac. They look a bit rubby in their last 3-4 or so games. The rhetoric's completely changed in relation to them. The same has happened with Arsenal, City as well. So that's going to keep happening. There's going to be emotions. When we lose, it's going to be all doom and gloom. You just have to keep your head. What Arsenal need to do and what we have to do is just remain within touching distance. The same way we're feeling about our ambitions as a football club now. We need to get out of the January period or into the new year, better yet, and then get to March and April, and we're still saying these things. That's obviously the test, in it, really and truly. There's going to be stumbles, but we should believe we've got a squad. We should believe we've got the players. We should believe the gaffer could get over the line. Failure to do such, then there's got to be legitimate conversations, people. So if you haven't smashed the like button, please make sure you're doing it. As BR said, run up the likes. Apparently, Jesus on the grass, so is Noni ahead of schedule. Listen, when these men are back, they need to stay fit, but we need our players back. We need everybody. I've said this before. My thing is, you go through the squad, yeah, there's actually, you know, in the next 2 years, I would love another eight at the team. So that the Kai Havertz's, the Marinos, you get where I'm going with it. But for me, at least for this season, whatever you think about the names I said, the names I haven't said, we've got a toolbox. Every player is a tool in that. Get over the line. And so far, Mikel Arteta has been boxing cleverly with what players to use, when to make subs, all of these kind of things. Walton, big ticket item though, man. He's gonna cost an arm and a leg, man. And to be fair, if you're Crystal Palace, you should be. I did a video on him when he was at Blackburn. That's when you got to grab these players, because when they end up where they end up in the Prem, big ticket item, and we're not gonna buy Walton. We're not gonna buy Walton. I'm all for it. Who wouldn't want Adam Walton, Declan Rice, Zubimendi as midfield options, and then all the others? But Rice cost 105. Zubimendinho cost about 50 odd. 20, I think they're 25, 26, so they're here for a while. We're not going to spend a big ticket item. You never know. Stranger things are going to could happen. I never thought we'd get 8 players. But if we are to spend serious bread, surely it's a left winger. And to be fair, I've got some thoughts that I would like to do with this football club. It's up to me. Big up Gyökeres. I'd sign another striker. I'd sign another striker if I could. I'd sign a left winger if I could. I'd sign an 8 if I could. I'd actually sign another 6 if I could. And I know we don't necessarily need defenders, but Mikel Arteta, Andre Alberto, I'm kind of liking this. So you lot, buy as many defenders as you want, people, if I'm honest with you. Noni won't be back probably until like around the November period. We need everybody back, and I don't want to be cringy in that, but word to Wenger, these guys are going to be like new signings. Like, one thing about our football club that people haven't deeped, and this isn't me saying we're going to become invincible, even though only one team in the Prem's done it. When you look at our team and you nitpick, positively nitpicking, because again, that's what we have to do. We can't be happy with this at this moment in time. We've got several gears to go up. I actually think defensively we're doing well, but I actually think in slight moments, things have not gone, like oppositions haven't punished certain things. So I think all our defenders and our defensive outlook can go up. If I ask you lot for your player of the season or top 2 players of the season, some of you might say Rice so far. Some of you might even be saying Zubimendi. Some of you might say something else in that regard. Some of you might be liking what Saka's done in the last 2 games. But the vast majority of you will probably say Gabriel Magalhaes, Calafiori, Timber. You know, again, Arsenal, we praise ourselves and we're known for being a good defensive side. I want to be in that same realm in an attacking sense. You look through our attack, we still don't know who's going to do the business. That's not me being positive or negative. There's still several gears to go up. They're still adjusting. There's still a lot of adjustments in our team. Rice and Zubimendi, this is a first season kicking ball together. You throw in Eze in that midfield at the moment. That's 2 new players in a 3-man midfield, and that's 3 players that ain't played together on a consistent basis. Obviously, Gyökeres is still adapting. This one's still adapting. That one's still adapting. When you actually look at our attack, essentially, it's actually purely our attacking unit. Trossard and Martinelli are the best players at this moment in time in terms of output. So this is where all the pennies need to drop. And then you throw in players to come back and get into fitness. We've got gears to go. We're not in our final form. Neither is City. Neither is Liverpool. There's not a damn team in the Premier League that is in that at this moment. So we just need to keep it going and keep it flowing, if I'm honest with you. You'll always cry about timestamps. Let's actually make a timestamp. Let's say what? 2 minutes. Oh, I can't even see. What's this? 2 minutes to, let's say, 12. Arsenal have levels to go up. So yeah, man. Big up you lot, man. Keep your thoughts coming. We're gonna get into the Max Dowman business and all that stuff in a bit. Should I have went live later, because I think we might go live again, but it just dawned on me, Mikel Arteta's press conference, innit? So it'd be nice to see what the guy's saying. BR, big up yourself, man. The man said, oh, here we go. Man United, you can't be beefing us. You did us a favor. Shout out the Red Cartel. You lot should want to. You lot would. I don't really care what you lot wanted. You lot ain't got no skin in the game. Like, you took points off Liverpool. Can't be us. Like, it can't be us. It can't be us. But you lot have the choice between City, which done the treble, or Liverpool, your historic rivals. And then you got Arsenal, who have been your rivals, but we're not even from over them sides. We're from London. You lot should be supporting Artig. You lot should be. We gave you lot the blueprint. We believed in you lot. When we beat you lot on the first game of the season, BR, and your manager said he believes he can beat everybody, your own fans and the world said, oh, he's moving mad, he's doing too much. We said, no, Amarin, you can do that. You can do that. You lot mocked us for being set piece FC. We gave you the blueprint how to beat Liverpool. We said when we tried to play them, this is what we failed to do. Gave you 1-2 little cheat codes with a set piece. You was gone. Big up Harry Maguire. So we're rooting for you lot, man. I hope you lot can, you know, big up Man United. Hopefully there's a top 10 finish there or something for you, man. You know, back-to-back wins, and that is crazy. We're cheering for you lot, man. We're really rooting you. You lot have unique qualities. You're so good, so good. Anyways, John, appreciate you. Afternoon, DG. Hope all is good with you. Great to see Gabby Jesus making great progress. Personally, I'd keep him because we need a few extra goals from him. I'm slapping him left wing. I still think there's a left wing, like left wing hasn't been answered. We've got Eze now and Madueke, two players we didn't have last season, or two tools. They can obviously play there, but I don't really feel there's like right wing is Saka, up front is Gyökeres. And I know you need a squad, but I don't really feel there's a long-term candidate on that left-hand side. There's plenty of players that can play there and things of that ilk. So at least for this season, at the very least, run Gabriel Jesus left wing. Obviously, if you get a certain offer in January, you've got a decision to make. Unless a miracle happens, he's definitely gone next summer. Well, I say definitely gone. He's contracted until 2027 and on big money. And I'm sure, you know, if you were to put Jesus on the market, people, you know, he wouldn't struggle to find a club. You know, when you think of Gabriel Jesus, people would take a chance. But when you look at the fact that he's 27, 28, two big ACL injuries, it looks dark. And to be fair with you, yeah, this is so random. And I'm not one to listen to Twitter because Twitter would have you thinking Miles Lewis Skelly's overrated. But someone raised a big question. They were like, raw, maybe we should get rid of Gabriel Jesus. It's nothing personal, but when you look at these new age Brazilians or Brazilians in general, once they start hitting the age Gabriel Jesus is at, 27, 28, they do start to decline. And it made me think, oh, even though Jesus ain't really, you know, he's not Ronaldinho, obviously, in terms of ability, but the raving and the clubbing, but it made me think, oh, I'm not gonna lie. I think there's a bit of truth in that, if I'm honest with you. Man like DG, peace and blessings, brother, and all those that rock with the DG Nation. Come on, tell them again, Claudius. Man said hashtag corner boys, hashtag 3-point collectors, hashtag your baby mum's favorite subscribers and YouTuber, clean sheet brigade. Come on. I don't think we're getting a clean sheet against Crystal Palace. I think it's gonna be nervy, but they did lose Thursday. They did that. They do have an extra game. We know what we need to do is just get these 3 points, if I'm honest with you. Simple as that. Love Arsenal, hate the ops. Best name on YouTube. Big up yourself, DG, for your work ethic. You're a top lad, top host, top geezer on the road to 100k. Can't do it without you lot. You don't need to smash like buttons. You don't need to give me ideas about shows. You don't need to engage people. Like, because for me, I've been thinking about this, and what you lot don't see, like, you see when I share my screen, you're gonna see so many Google Docs. I write things down. Like I was at a creative event yesterday, listening to creators and just getting inspiration and things like that. And it's dawned on me, like, obviously, when you look at content, you know, when you look at football, not obviously football on the pitch, but you know, the pundits and the mainstream media and things like that, we're obviously in that realm where fans, we never had a voice. Unless you was at school or in the pub or wherever you could be with your friends, you never had a voice. Obviously, YouTube presented somewhat of an even playing field, or not even even playing field. It's just we're here in it because I think everyone was bored of these pundits. They say the same things. You know, there's a lot of for ex-pros which can offer unique experiences, because no matter how much you or I think we know ball, we've never been, even the most deluded Premier League ex-Premier League player like Jamie Carragher, he does have experiences that we don't. But I'm sure a lot of people have sat there and watched TV, whether you support whatever team you support, probably even Liverpool fans with Jamie Carragher, and they say things or they're analyzing things or they're talking about like talking points around your football club. And it just feels like you're reading from a hymn sheet. You're just saying broad statements. You're not actually watching. Obviously, as a fan, whether someone agrees or not, you're engulfed in that. Then they tried to attack it. Well, they tried to actually little man the YouTube platforms and things and YouTubers and content creators. They tried to little man it for, yeah, it's never going to bang. Obviously, we got into a realm where people said, you know what, you lot, it's a myth. We're rocking with them. Whether it's a society change or something, people are not really, you know, TV is dying. Let's have it right. TV is dying. People are watching stuff on platforms. Budgets are getting cut, etc. So them as money men, they had to grit their teeth and say, you know, we still hate these YouTubers, but we need to take a leaf out of their book, invent our own shows, do all those kind of things, present. You know, these lot have communities. We've got a DG community. Some of you are Arsenal fans. Some of you are just football fans. They don't necessarily have that. They've got years on us, but they don't have that. Now, I believe we're in this realm where you've forgotten the common man and woman, the common fan, like whether it's YouTube or not, it's the same old people everywhere saying the same old things. It's brand safe. You forgot the real men and women. And that's actually something for 2027. We're beginning the 2027. I'm bugging out. I'm living in the future. 2026, because it's 2025. We're going to start playing on that, man, because I feel you lot and myself been forgotten. And they can forget us, but we won't forget each other. So big up yourselves. But it is nice to see Jesus and Madueke and all of these kind of players back. The more players we get back fit, the better. I don't want to jinx it though, people, but As you lot know yourselves. Sorry. The future content. DG needs your help. Yeah, it's just it's an absolute madness, man. But as you know, I don't want to jinx it, as I was saying, but couple players come back, couple man get injured. It's a revolving door. It's football, in it, really and truly. This is gonna sound mad, but the one I'm out of all the injured dons, or the big up on the guard, I want Havertz back because let's have it right. I wouldn't have bought Kai Havertz. I wouldn't have put him on this piece. Like the centre mid thing didn't bang. Like we could have avoided all of this. But we're at where we're at. He's a player that can help us. Obviously, he can rest Gyökeres as well. And I just think he's a tool that is definitely not a beautiful tool. It's definitely an ugly tool, but it's an effective one dependent on the conditions. There's going to, I guarantee you, yeah, if Arsenal are to win the Premier League, we hope Gyökeres gets bare goals. Saka does his thing. Eze does his thing. All the defenders are great. Haylenders get minutes. But I promise you, there'll be 3-4 games across a 38-game season and other comps. It's the Madueke's, which not everybody's convinced on. It's the Marinos, which it's a unique talking point. It's the Kai Havertz's. In those 3-4 games that kind of make or break our season, whether that's, you could argue, the games we got now to the international break or after the international break, it's them guys that will score the important goals. Like Marino might only get 5 goals in the Premier League and Gyökeres might get 15, 20. We hope on that. I'm trying to speak into existence. But those 5-4 goals for Marino could be them. We're losing 1-0 and things like that. We've grabbed the late point or we've grabbed the late winner. We need these guys. And going back to what I said earlier, again, still right now, and I mean this in a positive way, as much as I like our attacking unit, as I said, I'd bring in a left winger. Right now, Saka's the only one I bet my hat on because you've shown me a body of work. I don't know if Gyökeres is going to back. I don't know if Eze is going to back. I don't know if Madueke, which I think the only thing you're missing is some goals. I don't know if Martinelli and Trossard are going to continue. I don't know what we're going to do with Marino and Kai Havertz. So, you know, titles are won by defense, but goals win games, innit, man? So, yeah, it's a madness, man. Terrell, big up yourself. Yildiz or Semenyo? Yildiz still, Yildiz. But I would say Semenyo just because he signed a new deal with allegedly a release clause. He's an Arsenal fan. Obviously, Bournemouth are going to make you spend mad peas, but I just think it's a bit easier. I'm sure the other night, Yildiz was captain in Juventus. He's their talisman. You know, they're trying to get him a new contract. Obviously, the Italian league or European leagues, bar occasional teams, the money in the Premier League is mad compared to them. So they're going to make you pay an arm and a leg. It would be Yildiz for me. But, I mean, have the let's make a timestamp about that. Have the conversation, try and get it done, but it's a myth. And to be brutally honest with you, Bayern Munich, it's an L, boy. I don't know how things like that have to happen, but it's a madness, man. What did Saka do against Liverpool? Really? Is that what you're doing? Liverpool fans will tell you what Saka's done. Big up Ahmad, though. He helped us. And you lot compared him to Saka. He did the reverse Saka. He became a right back. Saka's not being compared to these guys. All of the guys that you lot gas up, and I'm going to say this to Rance as well, like all the guys you lot gas up, Martial, don't know where he is. Joshua Zertsky, don't know where he is. Jadon Sancho, most memorable. He was stinky for Aston Villa the other day, but best performance is obviously being a client. Say what you want about Bukayo Saka. Saka has never been done dirty by no gal. No, like I don't know about Jadon. I don't know about these guys. All my players do is listen to the manager, win games, score from corners, keep clean sheets, and go home to their families, man. You think the Red Devils are ever getting success? It's over now with Sir Alex Ferguson. And the reason why I asked you about that, yeah, unless you to quote yourself, you said, right, what did Saka do against Liverpool? How do you expect to do something if you're out injured? Now we're all just sitting in silence. Face the corner, BR. You're a dunce. But in life, you're only stupid for a moment. You could be wise for a lifetime. So take that on board. I'm only saying it because I love you, man. It's all love. Big up BR, man. When he's not trolling, he's a decent lad. Just came back from the night shift. Big up yourself, tired as fuck, watching the DG Nation with GG4. Big up yourself. Go bed, Sean, man. Go bed, man. Just be in the morning. Go bed. Timber/Big Gabby. But that's what I'm saying. We're hailing up our defenders and big them up, and the team's doing what they need to do. We need to be speaking about our attackers because none of our attackers really are putting down a marker. Saka's looked good whenever he's played. Madueke looked positive. Eze's had some decent moments. Gyökeres is a conundrum. You know, Martinelli's impacted in stages as well and done quite well. Trossard's doing his thing. I'd argue Trossard's probably the first choice left winger at this moment. but nobody is doing or playing to the level relative to what we'd say about Gabriel, Timber. The list goes on, man. It's Friday, indeed. You got a fresh fade. Someone got a day. I can't cut my hair, not look homeless anymore. Big up the homeless duds. I think Saka's been a bit selfish, ignoring Gyökeres on many occasions when he's in great positions. I disagree, but if I'm Saka, I might do the same as well. It's my club. DG, that the end of the shoot is serious. What do you think about him? He's cold. What is there not to like about him? I think he's unfortunate. Not unfortunate. I think if you're a Turkish Arsenal fan, you're hoping it happens. If you're a Turkish football fan, you're laughing because you got him and Arda Güler. I think the one thing I'd think is unfortunate is because I think Arda Güler seems to be like the poster boy, the one that gets all the hype. Yildiz is sick. Technical level, good passer. Shown he can get goals. Shown he can get vital goals. Obviously, if I'm right and you have captained Juventus and I don't know if you're the official captain, but you've captained them. You've obviously got. You're not afraid to let your bollocks hang in it. Like you can stand up to be kind. So there's a lot to like about the guy, man. Teta media days this year versus last year. Energy, confidence oozing. That's great. Calafiori scored. Let me start. You know what, Man United fan or specifically BR. I've given you enough attention. What's your thoughts on Saka providing more for Gyökeres? You want to see all your front three working in tandem. So far, Eze is the only one, and Odegaard on occasion that's tried to bust him. But yeah. You man getting drawn down by Jesus. He's going to get another months-long injury if we play him. Damn. Jesus might just go Serie A slow-paced game. I guarantee you, if he goes Italy, because I think that league's a bit dodgy, if he goes to the Italian league, I genuinely think he gets 20 goals. I'm telling you, it's spooky. A lot of players that don't really do the business go over there and they score goals. A lot of players that are like kind of old in their careers, they go over there and they start bagging. Look at Manchester United. They bought Amad Diallo from Serie A, not really doing nothing in the Prem. They, Josh Rezerski looked very good in Serie A, not really doing anything in the Prem. Ramesh Højlund looked very good in Serie A, didn't do a thing in the Premier League, went back over there. Really, Scott McTominay is the exception because, you get out Man United sometimes and you start flourishing. I'm only saying that because, BR wants to troll. We'll give it him. Big up DG. I'm still thinking about that lovely Lewis Skelly run to Martinelli's goal the other night. I'm not. Because it's normal. If there is one I keep replaying, it's PSG because Martinelli should have bagged. And it's the one against Everton last season, which obviously just resulted in a free kick. But big up Lewis Skelly. There's some guy arguing in one of my shorts that I said about Lewis Skelly. He's like, oh, calm down. Don't fall for the media hype. And like, I'm saying what I'm saying about Miles Lewis Skelly. And he's like, oh, you haven't seen him do it 5 times. Fair play. Palace will not score. I think they will, but I hope you're right, man. The bias is insane with ex-pro pundits, especially Carragher, O'Hara, Gary Neville. I expect better from Gary Neville, and I know he knows better. I expect better from Jamie Carragher. Jamie O'Hara don't really annoy me because Daniel Lloyd, that's what I'll say. Like, one, he don't like, come on, bro. No one don't rate your thing like that. Like, fair enough, he was one of the only players that won something with Spurs, but no one, like, you just sound like a sour ex. You need to get over it. You didn't make it at Arsenal, bro. Football's a funny old game of opinions. Like, it didn't stop Andy Cole. It didn't stop many. It didn't stop Harry Kane. Just get over it. Jamie Carragher, I just think he's shameless. Gary Neville, I just think he loves the sound of his own voice. But what I would say about Gary Neville, I admire you as a man away from football. I don't like your footballing opinions. You do stand up for things. Big up Gary Lineker, completely irrelevant. But yeah, big up BR, man. Kante of the YouTube world. Kante, what? Declan Rice now, man. Declan Rice, I want to become I'm Declan Rice at West Ham. Now it's time to become Declan Rice, the box-to-box 8, the Real Madrid free kick scoring Declan twice. What did Tosin call Declan yesterday? Can't remember. I need to watch that stream again. Havertz in midfield incoming. Boy. Now we're going to need care. There are some games you can box clever, but I'm not trying to see that on an extended period. Games where you might just have to muck in, and we're not looking for it to be pretty. You can utilize Kai. For me, I'd rather Kai Havertz up front. But it's a bit weird because with Marino, I'd rather him up front than in midfield. Wait, how do I make this make sense? Like, if you had to play Marino and Kai, I'd rather Marino go up front and Kai in midfield, like if you compared the two. Just because I think Marino, you're on falling on the floor too much. At least Havertz, it's not pretty, but he mucks in. I'm surprised Marino hasn't started some games up front in Havertz's absence. Do you reckon he does that against Brighton? I don't know. Please don't ban me. I'm a Glasgow Rangers supporter. Why would you get banned for supporting Glasgow? Big up the Scottish and big up Rangers, man. Who knows? Arteta might manage you one day. Why would we ban you? Why would we ban you? Unless you're being respectful, lad. I'm a Glasgow Rangers supporter, but I'm also a Mikel Arteta fan, and I've been since we brought him to the UK as a 17-year-old, and I want to wish Arsenal the best. Come on, you got any sick youngsters at Rangers? Bring them over the border, man. Over the border? Wait, is there a border between England and Scotland? There must be, innit? Can drive there? I'm moving still. I don't know, man. I don't know. There must be. I've never been. Big up DG. Life's been serving me bare 2 pieces lately. Happy to be here supporting the thing, man. You're still here, man. Hope everyone's doing well and safe. Hope everyone's personal and private lives gets bare and bare. You're still here, man. Keep doing it. Keep going, man. Big up everyone. Sanchez a waste, man. You can't disrespect Marital. Sorry, Marital. Is it Martial? I don't know who that is. I don't know. Is that the that had a Ballon d'Or clause? Fair enough. Gyökeres is definitely keeping centre backs occupied by actually playing where a striker should. True. And there's a lot of great tactical analysis work actually in the mainstream media regarding that. They're shameless though, because it's the same houses, media houses, writing articles about the guy that was slagging him off. Shameless. What a quote. You can be stupid for a moment, but be wise for a lifetime. I'm gonna use that. I can't remember who said that to me. I think a teacher said that to me in school, you know. Like a teacher just no, I don't even remember if it was to me, but a teacher said it. And it's always stuck with me. Because like, think about it. To be a genius or to do anything, you have to ask yourself why, and everyone will call it stupid. But yeah, that's like, you don't, to do what Pep Guardiola, Ferguson, Wenger, Klopp, Conte, like, you have to have asked yourself stupid questions or felt like an idiot. And how are you meant to learn? Any new skill you learn, if I try and learn Spanish, I'm going to sound like a twat, innit? Obviously, every day I'm going to get a bit better. Sorry, people, I'm going to open my windows, get off. Shout out the dodgy United Kingdom weather. Inconsistent weather. 1 minute is hot, 1 minute is cold, 1 minute is cold and hot. And you got a jacket on and it's raining. It's a madness. I think there's global warming personally. And even yesterday night, I had the heater on. I was shivering, man. I was like, yeah, I haven't felt winter for a minute. It feels like winter now, man. Big up, DG. Good time to be alive. It needs to be great times. YIDILIZ is overrated. I can't lie. I see what you mean in that. I don't think he's overrated because I watch him, but I think he's becoming just the one to gas up, if that makes sense. It's nothing to do with him. It's not to say he's a good player, but I think people just put you on a level that you're not at this moment, and then they're gonna watch you probably for the first or second time over 90 minutes, and you don't necessarily do it. But Bobby Dazzler, fucking good player to me. Jesus, can we keep smashing the like button? Mods, you lot have been slacking on that, man. Jesus and Havertz always used to drop back to find pockets of space to occupy. And Gyökeres is wrestling with centre backs and it gives our wingers more space. I hear that. Keep doing it, but we need goals.
I found this on the web for Jesus and TABLOID used to draw. Check it out.
Can you not hear that? Sorry, it's my Mac. What are you getting involved for, man? Don't show off, bro. Stop showing off. It's my time. It's not your time. Getting involved for no reasons. Apologies, people. Oh, our guy has a trim. Like, man, I hate cut my hair. Do you know what? I've been just trying to lock in, and you have to know yourself. I know if I don't cut my hair, I don't want to go nowhere. So I'm just gonna be in work mode. Now I want to be everywhere, and starting on Saturday. To my friends watching this, 433. 433. I'm in the 10. I'm in the 10. Tomorrow I'm in the 10 row. Eze ain't got nothing on me. Odegaard can't talk to me. What happened to Wanyeri? He's local. He's done. Wanyeri's done more than half them shit pricks that you lot gas up at Man United. We even gave you 2 youngsters, and they played more than all the guys that come through. What is it? Carrington or whatever the hell it is. Heavens there. How's Chido be mine? He should go on loan. United gonna make a decent profit on him anyways. Skelly's runs against Atletico remind me of some of that Dembele used to do at Spurs. Yeah, he does have that. Man said deluded Gooner. What made you come up with that ridiculous name for a YouTuber? Jerry James. Could argue your name's equally as ridiculous. But is it that ridiculous? Because we're here now. And I'm nowhere where I need to be, but it's a very distinguished brand, isn't it? DG is what the Galaby said. So it all worked out. There wasn't much thought, actually. I just had a YouTube account, like a normal email address, and I just used that for what is the channel. So yeah, man. And it clearly worked. You got this question. But yeah, man. Big up yourself, man. Eagle-eyed football. Shout out to yourself. Big up DG. Please tell me Jesus is not available. It's already a hard game without him and his usual goals against us. It's a shame because when he big up Eagle-eyed football, he's a Palace fan. Go and support him. Don't think I haven't seen you and back of the nest, some of the nonsense you lot have been chucking Arsenal's way. Crystal Palace, you remember yourselves, remember, stay humble. But nah, you ain't got to worry about Jesus. It's a shame because Jesus' last injury, innit? He was just putting some form together. There's a border around every country. The only details that are different is how fortified the border is. You learn something new every day, man. All a genius does is think of what other people couldn't think of, which is why I always say on this platform, everyone's got the answers. Who's got the questions? Dave's album is goated. Dave is cold, but I can't lie, man. That album's a bit, it's a bit scrubby, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit meaty. It's meaty. It's not really my time, if I'm honest. But shout out Dave, man. In terms of talent and like being talent-wise, he's one of the best the UK's produced. And a musician, not when I say musician, that's you can rap, you can sing, you can play instruments. He's up there. I'm not gonna sit and say I'm listening to him every day, but big fan of him, man. What's that song he's got? He's got a song that's like 9 minutes long. One of my favorite songs, really. Bless DG. You didn't abandon Gyökeres or Eze. Fair criticism is proper. The so-called fans trying to bury them is gross. It's football, innit? It's football, and it's nothing to do. Every football fan base is going to do that over every player for every year. Like, you're amazing. You do well on Saturday, you're amazing. You do shit on the Tuesday, they're on you, man. JJ Gabriel's sick. You know Dowman's good. Stop comparing our guys to you lot. The Man United fans, I'm not involved. Gets, man, what a disappointment. First things first, RIP to the man or woman that got in some issues. Or I think they lost their life. Apologies, but yeah, man, Gets. It's dark, man. It's dark. It's dark, man. It's absolutely dark. Got into a fight sticking up for Arsenal last night with Liverpool supporters trying to say Salah was better than anyone Arsenal had on the wing. One effing joke. I mean, they could say Salah is. What? Wait. In Arsenal's history. All right. Same here. My channel name is just what my email is. Some have told me it's catchy, so I stuck with it. Nah, it's a silly name. Surely you could have did better than that. Well, I didn't. We're here now. What are you telling me? Like, you're watching somebody called Deluded. It's at where it's at. What would you like me to do? It's here. It's it. Whether it's silly, whether it's not, it rings bells. Yeah, that name has been on how many platforms? That name has built 70,000K subscribers with you lot with a great platform. Respect. And this is what I mean by if I was a manager, whether I'm Mikel Arteta or Slot and everyone's criticizing me, everyone's allowed an opinion. You've never fucking did it. Whether I was Salah that scored more goals than we can count and I'm having a crap season, people can have legitimate criticisms. You've never fucking did it. You know what, Jerry? I'm inviting you on the platform. You know what, Jerry? You've elected yourself as the platform's creative director. We're going to have a meeting. What's the date today? Let me go through my calendar because I know Tuesday we're busy. I'm pretty sure Thursday we have an opening. So what we're going to do, how is Thursday the 30th, 11 a.m., creative direction? You've selected yourself. You've selected yourselves. Yeah, man. Names are displaying. Check your ad block. But yeah, hey, DG, I'm thinking of starting a YouTube channel. What tools would you recommend for a beginner? It's a laptop and a webcam, to be fair. It depends what you want to do. The only tool you need to start a YouTube channel is a desire to post content. I've said Deluded, how are you 30 and not married yet? Careful, you might end up like myself, you got to be careful. Where the galley? Where the Brandons? Help me. Like, so what? You're a creative director and now you're a matchmaker, yeah? Okay, the Brandons. Thank you. Hourglass figures, thank you. Hey. He's saying, you're Martin Odegaard, yeah? Okay, Glockers. Let me dust off my boots, mate. Trossard has been under criticism. Let's say, God forbid, Martinelli gets injured and Leao averages 1 GA in each of his last 10 games of the season. Do you see him leaving the summer? I think he's cutting in the summer still. I think him, Gabriel Jesus are cutting. I think summer of 2027, I think Havertz is cutting. Just because I think, I don't know why it sticks in my mind, but I remember Sammy Mokbel saying that there's interest from Germany. And I just wonder if, it's not to say, and I know Arteta likes Kai Havertz. I'm not saying Kai Havertz is a bad player, but in terms of his skill set, obviously he can help the squad. We're at with Kai, he can occupy multiple positions. I just wonder, in terms of that skill set or that role, if the club sit there and say, well, you know what, Gyökeres is doing his thing, Odegaard and Eze are doing their thing. We have given new players new contracts. Wanyeri and this one are developing. They might say, do you know what, can we get someone that can do that but on significantly less? I'm not even saying I want that to be the case, but you get the point. And then obviously by 2027, I don't know if Norgard or Marino are going to be here. Some man marrying at women's tempo, you ain't got to get married so quick. Of course not. Fuck. FM26 beta downloaded yet? No, because I don't know if that's what you lot want. 50 likes away from 100. Smash the likes, man. Them, come on. There's no deadline on nothing in this world. Like, there's no deadline on nothing in this world. Obviously, you should have goals and you should want to hit certain things at certain times. But last time I checked, yeah, when we all came into this world, obviously we've got a mother, we've got a father that, you know, dependent. You can't pick none of these things. But there's no guide for life, is there? There's no guide for life. And obviously we get twanged into that because naturally you go nursery, primary school, secondary school, college, typically uni. There's no straight path. You know, for you to get to where you want to get to might be very different from me. You know, some people go uni at 18. Some people, man or woman, might go university at 40, 50 and do the same degree. And whatever that same degree is, that 40, 50-year-old might even go up the levels even higher. There's no manual, bro. Just this is the problem. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's a double-edged sword because I do think you should compare yourself to people in that you should get motivated of other people. And if you're in a friendship group and everybody's, you know, getting on with their life, you know, making things happen, you should get gassed off that. And in a nice way, you're running your own race, but you shouldn't want to be the bummiest one. You should want to do that. So yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Oh yeah, chill, mods. You see, Jerry, I'm being nice. You see my mods, they're crazy. They're tapped. DG Nation is serious security here, man. Serious security here, but I can't cut my hair again. Flip it up. Come to Manchester. We have a lot of beautiful ladies here. You won't find the wife in scummy London. Don't disrespect the Londoners. Don't disrespect the Londoners. Probably is a paid agent, man, but it gives you a lot of entertainment. Download FM. But I hear it, man. DG, you see the sports betting Rico from the FBI. Picked one current NBA player, one current coach, and bare mafia members. Damn. I can't lie. I wonder if that will happen in England because I actually think bare people are betting in football. Bare people. Some people get bagged every now and again. Tonali, Paqueta, the list goes on. Bare people. And why would you? Like, why would I know it's bad, yeah. I know it's bad. But money I for make, like, imagine you're Haaland's boy, or you was Perez's boy, or your Salah's boy, and you say, bro, no, just one time, just get a yellow card, didn't it? Just get a yellow card. Just get a yellow card. Because I must admit, sometimes I see bewildering decisions and think that DG, I saw Marcel, he has a life. He has a life. Where is he? Where is he? He hasn't been here since we obviously smoked them. DG, where would you like us to improve player-wise and which players? Players, I couldn't tell you, but left wing. I think left wing, an 8. I know there's Marino, I know there's Kai Havertz, but I'd love another, and technically Jesus, I'd love another striker in the mix personally. And then I would just say super player because our squad looks kind of fairly all-rounded, but like you can never say no to good players, innit? Like if there was a player twice the ability of Saka, like I'm exaggerating, but like if there was that, I would want us to buy him. So I'd say like caveat for that. Now you're moving mad. Like the streaming DG will drop FM content on YouTube and Twitch initially. Allegedly, sorry. You know what? If we are going to do that, we're going to put the FM things on my second channel. DG Clips, Deluded Clips, DG Clips. It's one of them. So yeah. The name Deluded is great. It's humble, allows you to speak from any perspective. A pretentious name would be a non-starter. The bad thing is that Gooner has been made to mean other things. We're at where we're at. And you know what? In life, you got to be deluded to achieve anything. So it's almost like a daily reminder. But let's say that, man. DG, take one player from each team. Take one player from each team in the league. Who are you picking? Let's get the Premier League up. That's a good question to people. Bloody hell. Good question, huh? I actually need to see every team because I'm a visual person. Let me get the table up. I'm completely off topic. I'm trying to get a Jokeres video out for you lot and some others. So I've spent this morning actually downloading. Oh, get copyright there. Downloading clips, people. Always working for you lot. So turn on your notification bells and smash the like button. And what was it Harry was talking about yesterday? Pick him up. Hey, spend your hype points. Arsenal, obviously, that's well top. I never knew that. See, but things are in perspective. If we don't beat Palace and Villa are unable to beat City. But I never knew we was top of the table. This is the first time I'm seeing this. I don't even know if this is the real table. This could be WSL, but I'm just going to stick to that. So City, there's couple, man. I'm not gonna say Haaland or Donnarumma because that's a non-starter. Like it's too easy. So exclude. I would, but exclude them. I'd still have Rodri even with his injury issues. Personally, I know it's mad to say I'd have him. Cherky, big fan. I'm a hypocrite and I am shameless and I've slandered you for time, but Jeremy Doku, Rangers, Diaz, Guardiola, 100%. Someone needs to, you know, clean Gabriel Magalhaes' boots. And probably just run through the academy. Whoever you got, like whoever you lot have, will just come cop them. Bournemouth, it's got to be Semenyo, in it, really. Liverpool, Salah. I'd slap him up front. Gyökeres are in the mix, but I'd go Saka, Salah up front. Or then I might move Saka left wing to put Salah right wing. Gravenberch, I know he's not really doing the thing right now, but McAllister, I'd have Curtis Jones. I wouldn't mind Gakpo. I'd have Isaac, not this Liverpool Isaac. Hugo Ekitike is more than welcome. In fact, Hugo Ekitike top. We probably should have bought him in it. Him, there'd probably be more. Definitely not Frimpong. Chelsea, Cole Palmer, Caicedo. Spurs. Van der Ven. Or that young centre back they got at Hamburg. Or probably Van der Ven. I like Van der Ven. Spence. Kulusevski if fit. I'm not having Xavi Simons. I'm not having Solanke. I'm not having Romero. I'm not having Pedro Puro. I'm definitely not having any of their keepers. I'm not having Mickey Mouse. Sorry, Mikey Moore. Big up. I know we got a Rangers fan. He's clearly Mickey Moore's clear. Whatever his name is clearly shit because I heard no noise going on over there. Archie Gray, cool, but nah. I like Archie Gray, but nah, you can stay. Not having Richarlison. Kudus. Hey, I'm acting. Kudus. Yeah, get on an Uber. Sunderland. We'll just spread Xhaka propaganda. Crystal Palace, Mateta. They're right back, Mateta, Gurhi. Walton. Man United. Sesko. Buemo. Cunha. Maino. Euro. Ahmad, someone's got to go fetch us coffees for that reason. That's about it. Brighton. Balemba. Danny Wells for a year. We have to really sit and think about Brian. Their keeper, Van Hecke is something like that. Their keeper's good, but they got a centre back. He's a little shit stirrer, but I like him. Him, Villa, Morgan Rogers, easy. Everton, Ndai. Brentford, they're striker, you know. I wouldn't mind that Igor guy in the squad. Newcastle, easy. Tonali, Gomares, Gordon. Who else they got? Livramento when fit. Lewis Hall, I like him. Probably missing out one name, but there's plenty at Newcastle. Fulham, that Kevin guy, the Brazilian don. I don't think he's. If he keeps this up, I don't think he's going to be there long. Bring Smith Rowe home. Leeds. I think it's an NA still. I don't think there's anyone from Leeds. I'm sorry, my guy. Now Burnley. Nah. I think it's an NA. Nottingham Forest. Gibbs White. That's Morgan. Elliot Anderson. Gibbs White. Douglas Luiz on loan. We don't mind. We got too many guys in it, but Anya can't beat West Ham. Bowen 747 immediately. Bowen. I think that's it from West Ham, if I'm honest. I like Paqueta. You look, know I'm a big fan, but I don't know if I would have him. If that makes, I just throw Paqueta in there with Bowen. Wolves. I don't really think there's no one at Wolves like that I would be crying for, if that makes sense. Good question, though. Good question. So, yeah, I hope I've answered it all in the best way I could. Man's birthday is coming soon, 21. Big up yourself, BR, man. Happy birthday in advance. DG, thoughts on Endrick going out on loan? Brother, you need to go play football. Like, you need to go play football. There's a whole bag of Mbappes and Vinicius and Rodrigo and this one and that one that is ahead of you. Obviously, with the systemic thing, like that Xabi Alonso's doing, all the structure, that shags you. I do think Xabi Alonso, on top of, obviously, Real Madrid, you need to win stuff. You need to get back to winning stuff. You always got to win stuff. That's the priority. Then I guess, I think they've given Xabi Alonso a lot of authority to play who he wants, but you do have to play the Viniciuses and those kind of big dogs. Then beyond that, I do think there is an emphasis on Real Madrid to probably get some younger players and probably play their young players a bit more. The Arda Güler's, the Mustantano guy who's just arrived, them kind of guys there. And I just think Endrick's the one right now. It's just easy to lickle, man. In a minute, like, bro, you're going to play, man. Relax, bro. You're like 17, 18, 19, just cool off. You need to go play football. Minutes are currency. Go play ball. So go do your thing. You've probably answered this already, but I forgot your answer. Arteta misses the title, you sack him. I know the club won't, but for you as a fan, do you stop backing him? I'll always back everyone that's at Arsenal, but, there's no confidence that you can get it done. Like, because unfortunately, you have not done it. Of course, if you're still the gaffer and you're here next season, we go again, we try again, but I can't have confidence. I wouldn't even say I've necessarily got confidence now, but you're doing what needs to be done. I've got faith in the players, got faith in Berta. I've got faith in you, Arteta. I want you to get it done, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, and I'm not even being disingenuous, whether it's injuries, lack of experience, draws, and not having a striker, personnel, the bottom line is we ain't done it, innit? You're a good coach. I don't know if you're a winning coach. And every year you don't, it gets bigger and bigger. Again, and until you do that, every option has to be considered, innit? Like, you have to consider sacking him. But I'm not emotional like that in that. I know there's going to be pitchforks. Obviously, if we were back-to-back eighth, we're doing a lot of what Amarin's doing at Man United, for example, you can go regardless. There's plenty of people that could do better. But you are in that weird scenario where there's a lot of positives about the club. You are so close, but so far. You do get close enough to make you think, do you persist again? And anytime it feels like the pressure's getting a bit on Arteta, we start winning a couple games and then it kind of resets. So it's not that. So I'm not saying to keep him, but I wouldn't make. I know it sounds great, like he pitchfork, sack him, get rid of him today. Like, let's just say we got to May now and man is saying sack him, get rid of him. That's cool. But you need a plan. Even if the next manager don't work, you need a plan, because if you sack him, what's the next angle? Who are you getting? I know the guys I would try and dream chase for. If Luis Enrique was available today, I'm sorry, Arteta, one love. Maybe you might even get the PSG job. But you get where I'm going with that. So yeah, it's definitely one. O'Reilly, decent as well. Forgot about O'Reilly, man. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. DG said Mickey Mouse, you're saying. Of course I'm shameless. I like Mikey Moore. Was I not gassing him when he was playing for England at youth level? 1,000,000%. But once you put on the lily whites, we're on you. We're on you. Riley, I don't know his name. I genuinely thought it was Mickey Mouse. Fuck your age. You play for Spurs. I don't care if you're 17 or 50. Anybody can hold corn. Just like Jaden Smith. Sorry, Javi Simmons. I don't know. And do you know I'm happy you lot got him? Because that's one player of how many times when he was linked with Arsenal, said, he is a good player. Technical level, can dribble, can do these things. But it sounds dumb, but you're a good player. But that's about it. And you can play everywhere. What are you? So when he's gone to Spurs and he's stinking up the gaff, in which I think there will be light at the end of the tunnel. Cash money for me. Amazing stuff for me. Amazing. On to you lot. Walt made. Hey, forgot about him. Yeah, Walt made. He's gonna, when he does leave Newcastle, probably like 3-4 years, he's making them peas. I wish we were flying high like Arsenal. Our previous manager brought players that were way below par, and they even bought a striker from Everton for 9.5 million who hasn't scored for 3 years. Chamiti. Maybe I'm looking at it too woke here, but like, why don't clubs go and find, like, get the young players on loan that are not getting a look in? Because a man that ain't scored that many goals is crazy. Oh gosh, why is the comments gone? Wait and see. Kai will have a new contract next year along with Rice and Timber. Kai does too much for the team, pressing, defending, scoring. I would love if he could score more, but he will. He's only 25. He can get goals, and in the last 3 years, he's been one of our top goal scorers. But when is Kai at 25, 26? When have you been known as a goal scorer? You're never gonna. And that's before talking about all of the misses. If you get a new contract, we're at where we're at. And again, I've clearly been backing him, John, but if I be devil's advocate, he does much for the team. He presses. Everybody presses here. He defends. Everyone defends. He does score. But we got guys now. You got Saka, you got Rice chipping in with goals and assists now. It ain't really anything that you do unique. Rutter's decent. He just needs a clean run. João Gomez. Oh, Gomez. Oh my God. Yeah. He's sick. The Brazil, you forgot about him. To be fair, completely forgot about him. Foxy, good spot. Yeah. Wolves. VAR. There's a player I'll take. It's not like Endrick got minutes with Ancelotti. Terrible move for him when Mbappe was arriving. I can't say it's a terrible move ever going to Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid, isn't it? But I do feel, obviously, in today's day and age, the dynamics have changed in that normally there'd be talented young players. They'd earn their chops at other clubs, realize their potential. Then you start going to the Real Madrid. Like if you look at Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, like if he would, you see how he went from Sporting to Man United, and then obviously at Real Madrid. If he was about now, he's going from Sporting to Real Madrid. And I think the young player, I think in today's day and age, you lot know it yourself. You're a young player, you look good, it's instant moves and instant 50 odd million. And we've seen players that are in their prime and have joined Real Madrid like off the back of having a good season or seasons for their club and been very experienced and failed. So I just feel as a young player is techie. But you gotta wait your time, Rodrigo had to wait, Vinicius had to wait. And even when Vinicius was in the first team, it wasn't always plain sailing for Vinicius. It really wasn't. I can't lie. I was happy that Wirtz got assists against the German team because I was being so shameless in my group chat. 72 likes. Can we keep it flowing, people? You got to be shameless. At least I got balance. I know when to be shameless. I would take Areola. Areola would be there. Luis Enrique be the dream. Is it Getafe? There's one defensive manager in La Liga that I like. I would dream chase for Xabi Alonso and Luis Enrique. I just keep them on the phone. And then we'd really have to sit and think. I think Areola deserved an opportunity somewhere. Sell Kai to buy and go by Alvarez. Dash is the truth, DG, real stepper. Smash the likes if you haven't, people. Appreciative to you lot. Keep your conversations coming. It's a pleasure to be here with you lot. Apparently he's available on loan. And I don't know if it's true, but Endrick apparently saying, oh, I only want to go on loan to a team fighting for a title and things like that. Brother, you need to just get minutes. You need to shut up and just go grab minutes. You just need to go and get minutes. You stay humble, bro. Like, I hear it. You want to go do all of that. But yeah, stay humble. If I share my screen with you guys, people. In fact, what's the time? 52. What we need to trying to do better for you lot. Trying to get them timestamps. See. Tabloid news. And let's say, fill the space. Random combos. Let's go with that. Yeah, so if I share my screen with you lot, we're not going to bother with this. Onslaught still crying and teams do this and that. Onslaught, yeah, you winning the title, not for Liverpool, but you for what I see as you as a person, you winning that title, yeah, is annoying. It's like when you see people who are goofies and dorks get a bit of fame or motion and money, like you're acting, like you're bewildering stuff. And I don't like to do this, but if it was Arteta, but the way you're talking is how they always try and make out my gaffer speaks. But it is what it is, people. Can our defense lead them to glory? Yeah, provided our strikers can score in games. Arsène Wenger explains why this season is different for Mikel Arteta. Come on, granddad. You built this shit. And I know, you're happy to see the French, the Swedish, the Japanese players that have been in the last few years. You paid off the stadium. We're spending peas. I know you wouldn't have spent 65 million on Kai, and you probably wouldn't have bought Rice, but Rice is doing his thing, and you can see Haaland pumping. You might say that I say that every year. Say it every year, man. Well, sorry, yes, without any hesitation. You might say that I say that every year, but I believe this year they're really equipped to deal with any problems. They have the most complete squad. Define complete, Gaffer. I would love to have a PR off with Mikel Arteta and Wenger. You lot would just be looking at us like we're so confused. They lost Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka last season. It was too much, but this year you have Noni Madueke. Eze can replace Martin Odegaard this year. You have Martinelli. You have Trossard. At the back, they have Christian Mosquera down the flanks, and at the back, they have replacements. Miles Lewis-Skelly doesn't get in the team at the moment, and he's in the English national team. They have the most complete squad. Compare them with Liverpool. I watched them finish the game against Chelsea. They had Szoboszlai at right back and Gravenberch was centre back. Arsenal would not be in that kind of position. I hear that, man. As you know, people, Arsenal reach agreement with Max Dowman to sign scholarship terms. Arsenal have reached an agreement with Max Dowman to sign scholarship terms with a professional contract expected to follow when he turns 17. Dowman has emerged as one of the game's top prospects, made his Premier League debut against Leeds United in August, aged only 15 years and 235 days old. He won a penalty in that game, which that's how I know you're the truth. To win a penalty at Arsenal, crazy. The playmaker could move from schoolboy forms to a scholarship since January the 1st, and that is now in the process of being finalized. More lucrative deals might have been available elsewhere, but Dowman, who comes from a family of lifelong Arsenal supporters and whose father handled negotiations, was determined to continue his career at the Emirates. Saka, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Wanyeri, Max Dowman, Eddie and Ketty, Balogun, Smith Rowe, Iwobi, Joe Willett, everyone doing their Josh De Silva, cutting out careers in other places. Smash the like button, people. We're a fucking good team, aren't we? It will secure Dowman for 2 years, but once he turns 16 on December the 31st, a pro deal can be offered and agreed to take place on his 17th birthday. Dowman has attracted interest from many of the world's leading teams, so retaining such a coveted prospect is sure to come as a huge boost to Arsenal. Dowman became the second youngest player to represent Arsenal behind Ethan Wanyeri when he made his Premier League debut from the bench against Leeds. He featured for the senior side during the club's pre-season tour in Singapore and has made 3 first-team appearances this season. Mazzolini. We just need to manage his minutes, man. Manage his minutes very well. So yeah, man. Apparently, I won't even read this out to you lot, but it mentioned that Mikel Arteta spent an hour with Max Dowman's family, telling him about his trajectory in the pathway. Gave credit to Mertesacker and James King as well. So yeah, big them up. Gabriel Jesus, who's on the other end of his career in terms of his age, has spoken. He has said he is having to hold himself back as he closes in on a return from the biggest injury of his career. All right, we're back, man. This is Brazil are winning the World Cup. It's a World Cup year. Look what Martinelli's doing. Gabriel Jesus, I believe in you. When you come back and listen, they don't understand what you're going to do for this football team. They don't understand that at some point next season, all of you lot that are saying he's done for, and I maintain, I'm going to throw this out there, we still need to sell him. He still needs to go. But when you see the form and you're like, oh, maybe we should give him a new contract. Maybe we need a left winger. Tranquillo. I'm feeling great. My knee is responding very well. So now I'm looking forward to being around the team again soon, to come back and to do what I love to do. It's been too long. An injury like this, one that is so long, you split up the recovery periods into smaller things. So now I'm at the stage where I need to hold myself back a little bit because I'm doing great work outside on the pitch. But it's tricky because I need to not rush myself too hard over the line, which is something I think our players have been guilty of. When you see the end, it's important you don't push too hard. Keep my feet on the floor. And then as soon as the time comes, I'll be ready. And then what else did he say? He said, living my best moment outside the pitch. And that has made being ruled out for such a long time so much harder to take. Go be with your family. I've always believed in myself. I've had tough moments since I've arrived here. But I've had great moments here as well, where I was playing a lot and in good shape. Even games when I wasn't scoring, I was opening space and running in behind. But ultimately, I picked up some injuries and we cannot control that. But this is the biggest injury I've had in my life. And it sucks because I remember the one against United where he actually, was helping defend. I've had in my life. And it came when I was living my best moment outside the pitch. Such is life, you're riding high in April, shot down in May type shit. By that, I mean I was preparing well, feeling chilled, eating good, sleeping well, recovering well, and then it happens. So that's why I say that we couldn't expect it. So now I know that it's never enough. You need to look after yourself even more. You have to be clever to be able to play all the season. That's what I think now. I need to control training because I'm a player who always goes outside and gives 100%. If you don't control it properly, it can be a problem. And then he said, people, he's itching to play in the World Cup. Of course, I would love to be there for a third, but it's not easy. We have great players, an amazing squad, and it's only a short period until the World Cup. There's not a lot of time, but I trust myself. As soon as I start playing again, I'll do my best to get involved. He's back, man. They can't stop you. You're back. Arsenal and Chelsea are still, according to Spanish media, being linked with Como wonder kid Nico Paz, who, in my opinion, is going to go back to Real Madrid. Another one that could shake, different position, but shake Endrick. So, yeah, man, we see that. We're interested. It's not going to happen. He's going to cost an arm and a leg. Man United are linked with Endrick. That happened in my Football Manager save. So you never know. You actually never know how Arsenal 7-point transfer rebuild became. Stop breading us. Stop breading us. Stop breading us. Julian Alvarez is one step closer to joining Barcelona. He's been linked with Arsenal actually as well. Would be lovely to get him, but that's a myth, man. In my think, I've been saying he goes Barca. Gabriel Jesus. Do you know what? I feel like there's more quotables that have come out with Gabriel Jesus. So we need to do some investigating. What's this? He gave an update. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. My knees just running very well. I'm looking forward to being around the team soon to come back and do what I love. It's been so long. Gone over that. Because there was someone saying he was talking about silverware. We're keeping up the Semenyo propaganda. Semenyo is, away from him being both-footed and amazing, has won possession in the final third more times than any other player in the Premier League this season with 9. He's also scored 6 and assisted 3 of Bournemouth's 14 league goals in the 2025-26 season, which equates to about 64.3%. And he can take a long throw, and he is good in the air, and he is both-footed, and he is versatile. And you can see the heat map left wing. I'm not going to stop pushing that propaganda. We'll get back into that because I think there's another article on this, people. Big up Tyrese John Jules, who was pictured training with Arsenal. He signed for Kilmarnock, 24 years of age. He'll play Premier League football one day. I've never been so convinced. Now, Albert Sambi Lokonga was a crybaby, and it seems like there's something in that family because his brother started crying about Arteta not giving him a fair chance. Bro, your brother was shit, bro. Your brother was shit. He was scared. He looked lit in pre-season and then shat the bed. Get out of here, mate. You're at Hamburg doing your thing. And again, Arteta not giving you a chance is one thing. What did you... I'm sure you had good moments and you're living the movie as a footballer. Did you pull up any trees at Sevilla? Sevilla, Luton, Crystal Palace. Did you pull up any trees? Why didn't any of them buy you? Shut up, man. Before you point a finger at someone, there's 3 pointing back at you. Absolute twat. When you look at... I mean, this is your brother, it's your brody, but you're shameless. I know I'm going to get pissed off reading this. When you look at his performances at Luton, Crystal Palace, or even Sevilla, he plays like a boss. Kind of boss is this? It's just that he scored fewer goals here at Hamburg. Bro, let me read first. When you look at his performances at Luton Town, Crystal Palace, or even Sevilla, he plays like a boss. It's just that he scored fewer goals. Here at Hamburg, he scored 2 goals, but his performances haven't necessarily changed compared to when he was at Arsenal. He played like a boss. What boss? Big up Eagle Eye. You're in the chat. You're a Palace fan. Did he play like a boss at Palace? Any Sevilla fans, Spanish dons, did he play like a boss? Did you never, you're a liar. You did not shine at Luton. You definitely didn't shine at Luton. It was Barkley and them kind of man. You did not shine at Luton. Allow it. Why didn't any of them not buy you? What boss? What boss? And if the fact that you think he's a boss, self-awareness in the bin. Boss of shit is what I tell you. Anyways, when you look at his early days at Arsenal, he played some magnificent minutes. He plays big games. It's just that at a certain point, Arteta, that's where I sometimes get angry with certain coaches. It wasn't fair to, bro, your brother shit, bro. What are you talking about? Otherwise, when you look, and that life ain't fair, bro. Life ain't fair. It's been like 20 odd years Arsenal ain't won a flipping Premier League. I ain't seen my team win the Champions League. We've been there bare times. Smith Rowe, Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, them man there should still be. It's not fair that the fans and actually the players had to go through what they went through last year. Life's not fair. If life was fair, we'd all have a lot less. You think you're the first guy to not make it at Arsenal Football Club? Or you think you're the first player to complain? This is why you're not here. This is why you're not doing nothing. This is... Shut up, man. Shut up, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Otherwise, when you look at his performances everywhere he's been successful. But when you score, it makes more noise. I hear that, but nobody has ever looked at Lokonga to score goals, bro. We just want to see what you're like. Are you a 6? Are you a 8? You're not even a bad player, technically. You're just soft. Get out of here, man. David Reyes bigged up Gabriel Heinze. What has he specifically said? Where's quotations? I think that's something very, very collective of all coaches, with the players, with their commitments as well. And Gabby added something different. That willingness to win, I think. Oh, this is Arteta. We've seen that obviously for his character, that experience to win and to elevate someone's level of ambition and to drive to the highest limit. And he's extraordinary at that. Raya said, I'm showing today we kept another clean sheet. It's very important for us. What does Heinze offer us? He's been talking badly for a long time. He pushes us hard. He only wants the best for the group, especially defensively. He gives us a lot of energy and tells us where we can be hurt in each match. Fair enough. So you're just a competent guy. We want to see that. Apparently, Arsenal could be signing a 15-year-old. Arsenal could be set to battle with Barcelona for Montpellier youngster Lachine Mignet Pav. I'm trying to do the French accent. He did it back. The 15-year-old nugget is causing a stir in Europe. That's according to L'Equipe, who report that the striker is under the gaze of Europe's top clubs already. Well, he can't move here until he's 18. He's currently established himself as one of Montpellier's future stars and is quickly protected like a jewel by the French club. Youps Elite are ready to take him away. That's thanks to his impressive numbers for the under-17s. Under-17s World Cup soon. Where's Foxy? I'm sure me and you will be watching that. Where he's managed 15 goals and 12 assists in 24 games last season. This season, he's with the 19s, 3 categories above his own. Montpellier believe he'll be a future star. For now, they're focused on shaping their rough diamond into something more polished. Arsenal and Barcelona are closely following his development. They were likely among the big clubs who followed him at the youth tournament in Croatia last year. They will be among them at the under-16s international tournament in the Val d'Ivan at the end of this month. They, like others, know that Magan Pav is currently only under contract as a junior. That makes him an easy target for big teams. Montpellier are also financially depressed. Damn, I think we're also financially depressed. Smash the like button so YouTube starts gifting us people. After relegation and need money when they can get it. That's already seen them sell 3 of their finest youngsters for less than 2 million to the likes of Watford, Marseille, and Udinese. They want to avoid the same thing happening with Magnet Pav with a new contract, a distinct possibility to ensure Arsenal, Barcelona, or anyone else can't swoop him up. I don't care what Gary Neville said, but you're chatting shit. There's no way Timber is the second best right back in the league. He could be. He's top 2. He's just not second. Most goals in all comps. Glockeres with 5, Nelly with 4, Trossard with 3, and Saka with 3. Bit of a madness. What I do want to see is, oh, no, not that. And definitely not that. Let's go to Arsenal.com. Arteta ain't done his... We'll have to spin back. Oh, yeah, I knew it. I knew I wasn't going to get done dirty. Let's see what the gaffer has said in his press conference, people. On the latest team news following our win over Atletico Madrid, not much. Big Gabby had to leave the pitch with an issue, and he hasn't been able to train yet. So let's see how he evolves in the next 24 hours to see whether he's available or not for the weekend. Now, that makes me nervous. Arteta, I don't trust you, you know, because sometimes you make me believe these players are not going to be there, then they're here. So, like Hincapie, you done me a few weeks ago, like, yeah, he's been training, he's going to be here. You weren't in the squad. I could take your word for gospel at face value. There could be a bit of capping. I don't know, man, but fingers, toes, everything in between. Gabriel Magalhaes is there. On the longer-term injuries to Madueke, Odegaard, Havertz, and Jesus, they're progressing really well. They're starting to do certain activities. They're all super willing to be available as quick as possible. But at the moment, none of them are yet to be in contention in the next week or so. So maybe at a push after the international break. On conceding just 3 goals in our first 12 games. And if there's a motivation to break Chelsea's record, we ain't going to break that. But we should aspire to, you know, just aspire to keep keeping balls out the back of your net. And by a byproduct is you start getting records. Maybe not even necessarily this. I don't think we're doing that. We want these kind of records. They've been getting a lot of them. At the end, we want it to bring the silverware and the trophies. Careful when I say trophies, I get gaslit. But obviously, the more we can produce, I think the closer we're going to be to achieving what we want to do. And that defensive record is very good, but we need to be consistent. It's only just the start of the season. The aim is continue to improve things, which we can still do, a lot of them to do even better. Eze is playing against Crystal Palace at the weekend, people. It's a big game for us because last season here we dropped some points, and it's the 4th game in a row. We're going to play against opponents that we drop points, and this season we've been able to beat them. So our focus is on that. We know that for Ebbs, it's going to be a very special match with the history and what he did for Palace, but the focus is on the team. I wonder where Eze ranks in Crystal Palace folklore, because I'd imagine Ian Wright's up there. Eze's obviously, you know, scored a winner and helped them win stuff. He's going to be up there. I'd imagine Elise, maybe not to the same degree, is up there. If I haven't said it already, Ian Wright, many years ago, but with Zaha. I'd love to know from Crystal Palace, like, where does, in terms of your best ever, like your folklore, like Arsenal fans would obviously say Vieira, Bergkamp, Adams, Henry, Ian, the list goes on. I wonder where he'd be. Probably be more special at Selhurst Park, but we got no time for sentiment. Eze, you done well. You're fitting in. I need you to stand out. And the biggest criticism I have, of course, system, get certain things you could do better in it, but that's all minor. The biggest one, I need goals, my boy. I need some. Please like and subscribe. Elise is looking good right now. Not looking forward to playing against him. Bring him on, man. Bring him on. Wait, so he took off Gabby because he's injured, and I thought this manager changed. Hey, Rashid, man, come on. You don't have to like the gaffer, but that's tired. If Gabby don't play, we got Mascara, Tranquillo, but my fantasy sub already done. I'm always going to be nervous without him, because at the end of the day, Saliba and Mascara, I don't know how you lot are going to operate together. Do you put Mascara left-sided centre-back? Do you move Saliba over there and keep Mascara on his stronger foot? Do you move Calafiori inside and go with Miles Lewis-Skelly? Hincapie's been struggling himself. Do you throw him in there? I don't know what you do, but injuries can strike. I don't know, man. Do you put Ben White in the mix? I'm exaggerating, but do you throw Timber in at centre half? Gabriel, Declan Rice, Saka. There's a couple of players. They're not in our team. I am quite nervous, but it is what it is. On the challenge of leaving players out. Sorry, people. I'm reading things too quickly. If we want a very different outcome, we better do very different things than we did last year, especially in these fixtures. So we know what Palace are doing, what Glasgow is doing for the club. They're a big team, good team, better yet, good manager, and they're going to be bullish. Nobody wants to play Palace. You'd rather play Palace at the Emirates than at their place. But end of the day, it is what it is. And I think Arteta is right in that. What's that now? Newcastle, West Ham, Palace would be one. We won the two I mentioned prior. There's another one where we played teams where a bit, we don't know, it's scary and kind of things like that. And we did what we needed to do, man. Hey, BR, you're a madman. I do see that. But they said that about Barack Obama and stuff, man. It's page 10 of Google, conspiracy theorists. Man, I thought the gaffer is just mind gaming about Gabby. We need him this weekend. I don't know, man. Honestly, it's one. We're just going to have to wait an hour before kickoff when the squad comes out, isn't it, really? If I'm honest. And then obviously, as much as we're still corner boys, we lose a big asset from dead balls with Magalhaes, with him just being a nuisance. And the way they're getting results. So it's going to be a really tough match, but we're going to play to win in front of our crowd. And we are confident if we hit our level, we have a big chance to win it. On the challenge of leaving players out the team, given the strength of the squad, there are two sides to it. One, the emotional part and my attachment with the individual, with the person. I'd love to play all of them. But the second one, obviously, without a question of a doubt, I'd rather have the situation that we had in the last few years when at some point we were very short in numbers. So we have created a very strong environment, a really competitive and supportive environment. And that hopefully can challenge to be very competitive in every game. That's the aim that we want to achieve. And we just all go towards that direction. Listen, we don't need to even speak about Mateta. Like the defenders and everyone's got to be at it. He's a bad boy. Can't talk about our striker. It didn't need a conversation. He just needed a hug and just to look at him and enjoy how happy he was after the game. I think we were all very happy because he fully deserves that. Only if he's concerned that we only have 5 goals from open play, 100% we have to got the gears. No, not at all, because I don't see 4 goals like open play and set pieces. I see the game in a different way. Gaffer, I hear that, but we need to do a bit better, you know? On how we perfected our set pieces. I mean, he's hardly going to tell you, but and I'm not even going to read this. It's inventing new one. It's the players buying into what the coaches are doing. It's repetition on the training ground, and it's consistently evolving because we do score from corners and they're all the same, but it's not identical corners sometimes. Sometimes they're getting headed straight in. Sometimes man are running to the far or the near post. Sometimes it's the ones like against Newcastle, where we've taken it short, then the ball's been delivered and there's runs, and then there's movements of others. Because I think what goes under people's heads, over people's heads is from football, in general, I genuinely believe this, in football in general, and from set pieces, the second ball is the most dangerous thing. Because if a ball comes in from a corner, it's not obviously if it gets headed straight in, it's great. It's where does that ball land? When Gabriel flicks it, who's there? Which you saw the other day, Trossard was there. Oh yeah, Fulham, that's another one we struggle against. Fulham to tap it in. It's the second balls. It's anticipating where that second ball is gonna land. Of course, you put balls into dangerous areas. Football works in percentages in that way. Smash the like button. So we don't need to bore you lot with that. On the point when he thought it'd be smart to hone in on set pieces, 10 years ago, I think it has to be. I wasn't here, but 10 years ago, I said it's a massive thing to do. And I started to have a vision and to try implement a method and try to be surrounded by the best people to deliver that. I mean, next year will be our 10-year anniversary on YouTube. DG Nation, appreciate you lot. Sounds like me. Only if we're trying to replicate Wenger's success with a tight back four. Moving on. Only if he's tempted to not change too much. You lot asking some shit questions, bro. On the importance of the atmosphere in the title race. I'm not going to waste time on that. I think the gaffer will say the same thing, but I think check out the video I did with Lee Judges as a match going fan. He said such. We know it's difficult and scary to play against your former team. Only if you saw where the game was going regarding set pieces 10 years ago. I went to City with the best manager in the world, and I could see where we could have improvements. It was clear at some point I was doing that, and I wasn't the best person in the world to do that. So if I'm not the best person in the world to do that and the best method to do it, there are ways to improve it. And you could see straight afterwards when it started to happen, But it's not only obsessed with that. I'm the same with the defensive part in every transition. I want to be the best. When it comes to chaos, I want to be the best. When it comes to positional attack, the best. When it comes to low blocks, the best. And that's the eagerness to constantly find ways to develop your team, to evolve your team, to give your players more tools to be unpredictable and especially more efficient. That's it. They are far from perfect, and there are a lot of things we must do better. Obviously, there are a lot of things that we're doing very, very well, and we need to maintain that. So it's just about understanding that the margins to win football games at this level are very small. In certain moments, we have sets and lots. In certain moments, we have fully the skills to win them, but that's not going to be the same trajectory all the way in the season. We need to be prepared for that. So the more alert we are, the more urgency we have, the more desire we have for the next match, we're going to be in a better place to win the game. On Rice's set piece ability, again, I heard some quotes that he made that this season his position has changed a little bit, and I disagree with that because his position has evolved. Gaffer, come on, you're being a bit smart now. Maybe it's not changed, but maybe it hasn't changed. But if it's evolved, it kind of has changed. Come on, Gaffer, it's almost like what is it Arteta says about subs, starters and impactors or finishers? Like, I hear it, Gaffer, but it's still subs, bro. It's still super subs in that, like, you're acting. And he is becoming a total player. True, he is becoming a more complete total package for Arsenal. A total player has to be able to do as many things as possible, and he has the capacity to do that. So that's to evolve a player, to start to bring something else. Oh, I see where you're going. You're more talking about him. Oh, okay. Something else to the team. And especially when you talk about scoring goals, expecting the opposition goal even better. And he's been instrumental in our improvement in that part of the game. On what Zubimendi has added to the midfield. Well, every player is different. We have some terrific midfielders here. He brings certain hierarchy. Oh, that's interesting. When has Arteta dropped the word hierarchy? Certain composure that is very difficult to understand, and that the way he perceives information and learns from the game and what is actually happening in the game at the speed is remarkable. I think again about him, it was about unlocking certain spaces and his capacity to look further and to hold the position when his teammates are further from the ball than himself. So facilitating. And then, yeah, if he can add goals, even better. And if there's more to come from him, a lot more. And the more he understands his teammates, the timing of that and those relationship builds, I think we'll see another level of skill in him. On the work we can do in open play to create openings. And the other way around. Football is like this. Football doesn't start. It's all connected. You want to see the game like this? Okay, I don't. I mean, they're obviously going to move towards our way of thinking. Bro, they're asking some dumb questions about set pieces. Yeah, bro, you've mentioned the word if. Listen, we're not breaking Chelsea's 15 gold records. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. Maybe that will be I don't think we're trying to win titles. We're trying to get 3 points. We're thinking, Fulham, Newcastle, West Ham, Crystal Palace. These are games we have struggled in, and we've got over the hurdle in 3 of them. Nobody don't care about that. So it's nice that we've only conceded, 3 goals, 1 from open play. We need to do better if we've only scored 5 from open play. Big up our set pieces. Like, I'm not being funny. Come on, man. Like, you've got a Premier League manager there. Can ask some better questions, or are we just asking safe questions where we're not really doing our homework? Because if it's safe, you can't go wrong in it. You're always going to get invited. Just insulting my viewers' intelligence more than anything, as well as mine and his. So yeah, man, let's get back into what you lot are saying. Come on, man, keep running up the likes. 76, appreciate you. We're going to change our members a bit soon, but I'll keep you lot posted. Corner Boys FC, we know what we are. Do you guys think we play Gyökeres and Kai together? There'll be a time when we see it. There'll be a time to see it. Man's been a member for 26 months. Big up yourself. How many years is that? That's 2 years and some change, isn't it? 12 plus 12, 24. Yeah, 2 years, 2 months. Appreciate you, man. We can't leave the stream and not have 100 likes. Almost there. Facts. It'll be tough, DG. Emirates weekend crowd is pathetic versus Emirates Champions League nights crowd, like a hospital patient who wants visitors to go so he can go back to being ill. Oh, my God. But, like, let my chair take hold of this. Let's be real, yeah? And I'm only 30, but I can still remember the Emirates. I mean, I can't be an issue if I couldn't remember the Emirates. Highbury. We've never been the most noisy fans. I think our away fans are better. And you're right, we've never been that. We've never been St. James's Park, Anfield, to be honest, any team up north. We've never been that. The atmosphere can get better. I do think it's improved, but it's like what Lee's saying, like, I guess it is kind of easy. It is. Obviously, if you've got Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, anyone in the top 6 or like even a Newcastle, like where there's a bit of bad blood, it's easy to be up for them games. We ain't got no issues with Palace, so it's almost like a wait and see. So I do think it's a two-edged street. I think the The players have to give certain energies for the fans to feed off. The fans have to give players energy to feed off. Sometimes that's going to fluctuate. Like the fans could be bullish, but the way you lot are playing, you're making us quiet because we're nervy. Sometimes the players could be nervy and we know they're nervy, but we might just have to gas them a bit and make bare noise and do all of that. And like I said, sometimes a player might just have to fly into a tackle and gas us. And then I guess it's above my pay grade, but maybe there's little things you could do around the Emirates, because every now and again when it's the big games, they do the light show. It was a shit TIFO, but the TIFO thing, obviously, you know, Lee said at halftime, like they shut off the TV, so you have to forward out and watch the game or like quickly get out of there. Maybe, you know what, half price beer, or if you're in the stadium, happy hour or something, or if you don't drink beer for religious purposes or lifestyle choices, some apple juice or something. Maybe there's little things that they could do in that regards, but we are a bit like a theatre. I remember going to the Emirates. To be fair, not in the last 3 years, but I remember going into the Emirates here, and in certain sections, bro, you start shouting, man, look at you like you need to get sectioned. I've got videos, and every now and again I show you lot on Snapchat. I've got videos. I swear to you, I used to listen to music in the Emirates, watch Arsenal play. I'm probably making more noise because I'm chanting with 2 headphones in, but I'm just listening to Vibes Cartel, watching football. And I've got a video where I thought we used to put us to sleep. There was a woman actually sleeping, like she's sleeping on like 4 seats, so you can tell no one was really trying to be at the Emirates them days. But we've never been that. We've just never been that. And then obviously, big up, was it the Aspirant Army, when they tried to do their thing, let's be real, the club cut their thing. The club cut their thing. And football has become about corporates. There's got to be, I guarantee you, even Newcastle and Anfield, them grounds there is still mad. You go speak to them fans that have been going there for 30, 40 years, yeah? I guarantee you they would say, maybe it's nostalgia, but I guarantee you they'll say, yeah, it's still mad, but it's not like it used to. Why? Because the game that we love, that the honest man and woman love, is too expensive. It's been sucked out of us. Why for that? But yeah. Well done, chairman. We got a big squad on this platform. We got a serious squad. Big up the chairman. I'm subbed in now. Let's go. I need to fly into a tackle. Zaha's tapped. The Zaha Mateta thing, I can see both sides, man. I think I can understand Zaha, like we was running banter. But that's the thing, though. Sometimes you're running banter and people might laugh, but you don't know how they feel about it, really. Maybe Mateta was running banter. You know, maybe Mateta did feel some sort of way. I don't know, man. It probably feels like them lot had a bit of bad blood and it's gone there. But sometimes you use those things as motivation. But Zaha's clearly affected because he's always speaking about it. It's sad, man. I'm kind of worried about Palace because they haven't won in a while and they might try to prove a point by making us an example and beat us. I mean, Palace, they don't fear anyone. Like Palace, I've been saying since the start of the season, obviously City and Liverpool, they're big teams and difficult teams and all that. But Bournemouth and Palace were 2 teams I'm watching at because I think for me, they look like 2 of the best informed, I don't know for statistics, but 2 of the best informed teams in the Premier League. We know what Crystal Palace can do. You know, they've got a great striker, good manager, tactician. They've got quality there. Like, they've got quality. I'm not going to say they don't miss Eze, but there's that. You know, they've fresh off of winning a trophy, not too far removed. And there's probably an element of fearlessness. But one, because they've it's not like they played like the last 4 games, really. If it was one where we've had their number, we've battered them, then it might be one like, oh, we got Arsenal on the weekend, man, fuck's sake. But they've actually equipped themselves against us. So if they could do it 3-4 times, they should be able to believe that they could do it again. And also, obviously, if Palace lose, there's not many headlines. Life moves on. If we lose, whether that's because of the Arsenal pylon, what, you know, the title stuff that we're in, depending on what happens with Liverpool and obviously City and anyone that's in and around that, mathematically, you can see the headlines. So nothing's a given in this world. As we all know, none of you are stupid. So yeah, big up Rashid. Rashid, you need to get on the I'm gonna try to get you on next week still. You're moving mad. Tavares springs to mind. Can't have idiots like this in your circle. Because it's just, with Lukonga, it's just reinforcing it. You weren't that guy, bro. No, of course I'm vexed because he's chatting shit, bro. Like, I'm not no Arteta defender, but bro, what do you mean? He played like a boss. You played like a boss. Lukonga played like a boss. Lukonga. Have you ever had a performance anything close to, like, forget all the good midfielders in our team now and through history and all the others. Have you put in a season or a body of work like, Francis Coquelin? No, you haven't. That's a boss performance at the very minimum. So shut the fuck up. Shut up. Because Crystal Palace didn't buy you. Luton didn't buy you. Sevilla didn't buy you. And he's soft, weak mentality. I don't know you as a person, but weak. We've all seen the all or nothing. Well, you know, you can go back through my videos. One thing, and this one I used to rate Lokonga. One thing you could see is you're a bit of a softer touch. And as much as football is about ability and things like that, you need to believe in yourself. So you're quite a soft touch anyways. And the way you and your brother thinks, it's like the world owes you things. The world isn't fair, bro. It's not fair. No. And it's no, bro. No, Lokonga. No. Just no. The fuck? A boss? What kind of boss is this? You're taking a piss. Pardon me for my language, but you're actually taking a piss on this nice Friday. This is the most vexed I've been about anything connected with my club in recent weeks as well. So, oh, man. Apologies, people. Be careful with Dowman, MLS, and Wanyeri. On the women's side, a 19-year-old Katie Reed, top centre-back, now injured because we overplayed her when she's not used to the top-level tempo, managed the kids' minutes. Facts. And, you know, hope she returns from her injury. Man in the chat rate, Cunha's cold, but he's just not bagging. DG, remember I told you Gabriel Jesus ain't done. I've been telling you. Come on. And we do hope Tyrese John Jules can stay fit, man. Would you consider Cess for Arsenal? He plays fucking good football. I know it's weird with Cess because I think like 50% of Arsenal fans would say yes, but there's also 50% or maybe even 60-40 that might say, nah, bro, you know what he did. Can't come back round here. Shout out to us 2000 babies that thought Arsenal was named after Wenger. We're all grown up legends now. Look at the greats. Ronaldo left Brazil to PSV first. Ronaldinho to PSG when they weren't like today. Adriano Fiorentina. Rivaldo La Coruña. Romario PSV after they make elite major moves. And remember, forgive me if I'm wrong, Neymar. Did he not? I could be wrong, but I swear he left Brazil at 23. And I'm sure he got Ballon d'Or nomination playing in Brazil. History is going to be so wrong to Neymar, if I'm honest. It's going to be so wrong. But that's not the game now. Any young player makes debuts, 15, 16, 17, you score. And, you know, you've got to one game, but people think in the future you could be England international captain. You're 50, 60 odd million. And then you're at a team, you're parked on the bench. Look at Gravenberch, quality player at Ajax. And Matthias Tell went Bayern Munich too early. Too early. This is when you should be, obviously he's at Liverpool now, but probably should have stayed 1-2 years. Even someone like Joel Howe, who I think's a bit different because he's played 100 odd times for Ajax. You know, he played 100 odd times for Ajax. He's captained them before. He's gone Chelsea. And obviously he's still a young player. He's struggling a bit and you should be struggling. But this is football nowadays, isn't it? There's too much of this rush business. He's not in the play. Fucking Lokonga. Really? Victor Rug made the same mistake, left Brazil to Barca and have no pathway to their first team. Now back in Brazil. Brazil reputation taking a hit. But I swear he's in decent form. But you are right, though. You are right. Big up Daesh. Daesh, they needed him. Is everyone here subscribed? Also, if you're a mod, are you able to join / be a member? Big you up for that, Rob. Always pushing the agenda. And everyone's got to be subscribed if you're commenting because we made it subscriber only. It's only the family, man. I'm tired of football rhetoric, so I might as well be here with you lot. Actually, you know, we can have a decent word. Man said, shout out to Wenger, a positive role model for many black men worldwide. It's mad because, yeah, Wenger's everything to me. He's everything to me. My third granddad, my white granddad, love him to bits, mate. You lot would have seen, not this week, last week, me and Kenny Ken go into war for Wenger. Like, I was a bit of a Wenger apologist. I wanted you to step down in 2012, 13, 14, because I genuinely thought we could have bagged a Pep or a Klopp. In hindsight, I don't think Pep would have worked, especially at that time. I think if Pep was still, like, if Pep didn't go Man City and he was going to the Prem and we had a chance, I think since we've started to have this money, that's your thing. Klopp would have been a wonderful thing. I think you needed to go in 2014. Yeah, man, sometimes you stay too long, you become a villain. Neymar had to put in his work first. Fact. Leave it on any out of this. But even now, I was watching a documentary. You know what? That's one thing we're going to start doing on Twitch, watching football documentaries together. I'm sure Neymar had a trial or something at Real Madrid at like 13. Julian Alvarez as well. Balotelli at like 15 with Barcelona. It's always mad to find them stuff out. And Mbappe trained with Chelsea, I believe. It's very different, but at least he's been at every academy. Arsenal, City, Chelsea. Obviously, he went Reading. And yeah. DG Glasner says they have the best XG in the PL this season, even after the loss of Eze and Elise. We are facing a creative team, but a poor finishing team this weekend. Jeremy Pino and Saar, the danger. But hey, so we're gonna have to go for it, man. Calling a man a soft touch is fighting words. Zaha was captain for first game of the season. Mateta joined, so not sure people are going like he captained Palace for the full season. El Nene was better. El Nene was better than Lokonga. He shit, fam. I agree about people being priced out of matches. I've been going to the Ibrox since 1974. Big up yourself, man. I used to pay on the turnstiles, and it was £1.50 for kids and £5 for adults or family tickets. People are being priced out, bro. Season ticket costs your arm and a leg, and season tickets are shags because it's going up every club. Every year, including us, the season ticket's going up, but you're getting less. Like whether that's matches, whether that's value for money. One, you're getting less. Two, gotta remember, where these businesses, or I hate to refer to football as business, but these lot do look at it as that. We love football. Illogically, we love football. Like, there's people that will cheat on their boyfriend or their girlfriend before they ever consider not watching Arsenal or whatever team. So they're able to thingy that. We like, how many, maybe not so much now, but everyone says, oh, I hate the team, not watching them. I'm not doing this and that. We're back next week. So they know this. You bring out all the merchandise. We're copying it. You know, we're copying it. Some people, it's not only just one person. If you've got a family, you might have 2 season ticket holders. You might be 2 regular match goers. You might have 2 kids. You're bringing them. Little kids want kits and merchandise, and you might have 2 kids, and you might buy your whole family this stuff. If you go to a match, you know, the missus might want a wine, a bit of wine. You're gonna get a pint. You're gonna get a program. It all adds up. It all adds up. And this is bearing in mind, life is expensive, bro. Like, life is expensive. All the bills, all them things, and people are still gonna do that. It's priced out, bro. Half of these stadiums, I'm sure Man United are building a new stadium. We defo done it. Everyone that's got a new stadium, but how much of these boxes and these season and these tickets in the good seats, they're just reserved for corporates. And this is where football's going, and it's only gonna get worse, bro. The chair's the starter, DG is the finisher. Never laugh at a man. You should never laugh at anyone's dreams, bro. Never, even if they fail. So what? We're all gonna die, bro. At least they had the courage to try a thing. Liverpool and even St. James's Park, part-time atmosphere, nowhere near other parts of the world, bro. I would love to go South America and that, man. What's that? Boca Juniors River Plate. That looks mad. Couple grounds in Brazil. Probably everywhere South America, really. Yeah, and Eastern Europe looks mad. Away is always better. The game's gone corporate, so all top teams have this issue now. Seats change hands to casuals often. So there ain't much you can do then, really, innit? Really? Like, what can you really do then? It's 870 for a Rangers season ticket now, or 525 for 6 months. See? Turkey, another one as well. When's your FM 26 streams gonna be, brother? So I don't miss it. Do you not actually want it? Because we can get it done. I'd need to delete FM 25 and obviously pre-order. But if you don't want it, we'll get it done. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. What we probably would need to do is, you lot would need to start checking the YouTube community tab. But yeah, we'll probably loosely Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and weekends. Obviously, if there's Champions League, we're gonna have to box clever. No, it's not out yet. It's not. Make sure you're following on Twitch, because we'll be streaming that on Twitch. We'll be streaming that on Twitch. Twitch gang, yeah. Hit up the Amazon Primes as well. It's not out yet, but it's that beta thing, innit? You buy it, you got 2 weeks beta. Indonesia. Shout out. He's a Chelsea fan, but he's a good friend of mine. The black travel lad. Black guy. He goes everywhere. It's mad that you Indonesia, you're right. It's mad that you said Indonesia, because he goes Indonesia and it looks mad. Like, I didn't know they were. I know everyone everywhere likes football, but it's mad over there. Like, United, I know, I ain't going there. I can't lie, I'd only go there if I'm being accompanied. I would love to go watch Napoli play, but I need to be, for my own safety, I need to be accompanied. Like, I need to be around the hitters. Them Linz, one love, man. Appreciate you. I'm more FM 26. Do that as a stream, and I'm here for it. I need to buy a capture card and all that. I'm just gonna throw this out there. You got FIFA, you got Football Manager. Those that have Football Manager in high regards, our football IQ is better than you lot. You FIFA dons, you lot are the fickle ones. I'll be real. Indonesia and Latin America are crazy. They riot every week. Someone dies all the time in parts of the world. It's a shame that people going to die. D appreciate you. Damn, it's a shame. I always think that's fucked when I hear that, because it's like the first time in secondary school and I learned about Hillsborough. RIP, anyone that's been victim of anything. The first thing that hit me is like, I thought about myself. Like, when you go and watch a football game, obviously you get ready, pardon me, whether you're driving, getting a cab, getting on the train, you do what you're doing, and then you know, like when I come home, I'm gonna have dinner or whatever. But it's kind of fucked that you go there, like these people left it, and I always find this a bit fucked. Even like we're getting a bit dark, but like do you remember the Manchester bombing? Like the Manchester bombing, I can't remember the artist's name, but it was one of them like pop stars where all the like the teenage girls follow them and that, like follow her and that, like all them kind of people. I find it fucked that people were excited about something, went to this place and they never returned home. It's sad, man. Only role model us black men need is Malcolm X. Nah, Malcolm X is one. Marcus Garvey's another. Arsène Wenger's another. My dad's one. My granddad's are two. Unfortunately, one of my granddads died when my dad was 18, so I never got to meet him. But them, because I just think like you lot came to this country, innit? Like you lot came to this, you lot came to a country, like you're in the Caribbean, you came to England, and if you didn't do that, I wouldn't be here. And but like them times there as well, I have to admire if you lot didn't show that courage. I'm not hearing it, and I don't have the. I don't know, like I don't have what I have in it. If you lot don't do that. Yeah, man, it's horrible, man. That concert, horrible. We played Arsenal in pre-season friendly at the Ibrox, and they're the only English Premiership team that was sitting with Rangers supporters, and same at Arsenal end, and the atmosphere was amazing. Big us up, big up you lot. But DG, when we call football a business, we have to understand that in turn, that turn into a business is the demand of time and fans' expectation themselves, who will want poor seats. Yeah, you're right. It is. But at the same time, there is an element of people just serve it up. They're just whatever they serve, people are gonna copy. Because if I got an Arsenal season ticket and I'm not happy about something, I'm not saying it's wrong. And not even just Arsenal, bro. If you support Arsenal, Man United, whatever. If you want to cry, all right, hand it back. Because there's thousands, maybe I might exaggerate, but maybe millions, thousands of people that will go take that. We all know how long the waiting list. Technically, I'm on the Arsenal season ticket waiting list. I've been on that since I was in secondary school still. Yeah, I ain't ever gonna get one. I ain't ever gonna get one. So yeah, man. There obviously people do rent them out and whatnot. Do the FM streams, DG. Stop moving like Kai when he's in front of goal. Slack. Both if possible. Multi-stream to Twitch and YouTube though, so people don't miss out because they stick to one platform. YouTube chat never comes over here. How you set that stuff up though? But that is something. If we do that though, it's gonna get put onto the second channel. It's gonna get put onto the second channel. Not this one, man. Road to 100k, smash the likes, people. Appreciate you. You lot are far too kind. Muhammad Ali, yeah, 100%. I rate Muhammad Ali's confidence. It was hard enough being black them times. Hard enough being black and good at something. Hard enough being black, good at something, and knowing you're fucking good, chatting smoke, and moving to duns. That level of courage is everything we need. And it doesn't matter if you're black, white, man, woman. You need courage in this day. You don't gas up your thing. Who's going to gas up your thing? That's why I'm the most handsome YouTuber in this thing. I'm definitely. That's it. Yeah. Tranquillo. Wrong word. Vamos. You're gassing me for nonsense. My role models is my dad and big bros. It's had to pick them up, man. You're moving mad. Ninja, man. That's what the reference is. Funny story. Free Ninja, man. Gave me his chain on the flight once. You set up on Streamlabs or OBS. We're going to have to look into that. It's like, bro, man, I just want to be Arteta, bro. I don't want to be better. I have to be Arteta better. The stadium announcer, Stan Kroenke. That's what governing this is. This is why I'm happy for the mods. You help me out, man. Yeah, join the chat. Join the chats up so we can talk smack to Twitch kids. More likes than viewers. Good job, DG Nation. Can we get to 100k? Have you ever done a fan calling, or are you mostly on Twitch? If I did fan callings, you lot wouldn't be here, man. I've looked into that, but none of you would be here, isn't it? Like it's like it's like if I host a party and none of you arrive, I'll just be like, oh, let me just try to get a brown and bill it, innit? Because you lot are not gonna roll here. Yeah, it's dark, man. You know what? Some things in life are just unexplainable. Some things are nasty. My dad is an AC Milan fan. San Siro is scary. My nephew went to the San Siro. It looks amazing still. It looks amazing. Like I've only been Barcelona. Yeah, I've only been Barcelona. I went to a school trip in France. In secondary school, we went France, and I don't know what area. It weren't Paris. I don't remember where we went. And I don't know what football stadium it is, but we saw that. Barcelona's the only football stadium I've seen that's not in England. Crazy. LDU Quinto, great atmosphere. They destroyed Palmeiras 3-0 in the first leg semi-finals of the Copa Libertadores. Teams can't handle the altitude. Yeah, do you know what? That's another thing with South America. The altitude is crazy. Could you imagine playing in Peru? It's dark. The oxygen to the lungs, horrible. I don't believe DG has ever left North London. This guy's a muppet. Uni life ain't easy. Trust me, DG, when I say it's scary. It looks amazing, bro. And I always think, obviously, certain footballers, like half of these footballers, it's normal for you, innit? Because you're going to be playing at these grounds all the time. But like, could you imagine? Let's just say you're an 18-year-old, you've made your debut for, I don't know, Leyton Orient, and you've got to move to a certain club, and somehow you're rocking up in some team in the Premier League, and you're playing at Anfield, you're playing at St. James's Park, somehow you end up in Europe, you're playing in the atmospheres of Rangers and Celtic and San Siro and this one and that one. It must be mad. 15 more likes to 100 people. Appreciative. So now I know you lot want FMC. It's nice to know you lot, yeah. Garvey's cold. And you know what? The biggest lesson from Marcus Garvey, you can't save everyone, bro. Look how have you read his memoirs? Look how they done him. Look how it ended for him. Damn. San Siro's been fully sold to AC and Inter. They can do whatever they want with it. Earlier, they were tenantless leases of the stadium. Fair play. So it's not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm Chat GPT. This guy's mad. You're a tap you, man. So yeah, man. On that note, though, people, I'm sure you lot are bored of hearing my voice. Somehow, you know what? I have to big up you lot because time flies, man. Time actually flies. We've talked about everything, people. So yeah, man, we've gone over the press conference. We've gone over the tabloids. You know, we've somehow started talking about life and all these kind of things. It's always a pleasure to be here across YouTube and Twitch, man. But me let you lot enjoy your what's left of your Friday morning, afternoon, or evening. Don't forget Sunday, Crystal Palace watch along. There'll be some clips out for you lot. I'm off to go and get some clips off YouTube so we can make a Gyökeres vid and a Miles Lewis Skelly vid, and just make sure you lot have what you need over the weekend, man. So yeah, man. As usual, big up yourselves, big up the members, the mods, the supporters, the viewers, the long-term supporters, the new ones. Those of you, even the ones of you that don't comment, that probably don't even have a YouTube channel, but what we need you lot, because the other people got the neeks. You lot are real individuals, but we need to start playing the game. So you need to press hype buttons. You need to smash like buttons. You need to tell a friend to tell a friend. And you don't need to leave comments in the stream after the video, not the live chat, the comment section, people. So yeah, on that note, I'm out. Always like